Celebrity News.
Introducing
The Headlines.
Bringing the latest in celebrity news.
And welcome back to another episode of The Headlines, where we give you the latest and greatest in celebrity news. Now, y'all know I'm coming through with the heat, most definitely. Now, if you like this type of content, make sure you hit that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm suggest more of my videos to people like yourself. And if you love this type of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you will not miss any video that I drop right here on the platform. So we got a good treat, man. We got a little bit of KeithLee, ShyGlizzy, we got Meek Mill, and we got the legendary Rakim. So let's get right into it, y'all. So KeithLee, y'all know who KeithLee is. Food critic, been going from town to town, city to city, giving great reviews on all types of restaurants, mostly like mom and pop spots, right? Not chains, okay? Now this man is known for his no-hold-bar reviews. And recently he went to the DC area. Now a lot of people in the DMV is not pleased with his review. Now he basically said he went to 12 restaurants and did some things, but let's get into it, right? So he went to 12 restaurants, and basically he his reviews weren't all that great. And the one review that he did, I think one or two, it was just real bad. He said the food wasn't too cool. He's allergic to like shellfish. He said that the food was cooked in multiple greases from multiple different meats and fishes, and you know, it smelled real bad. So he was just kind of going in. He didn't really name the restaurants. He didn't want to like do DC too bad, at least expose the restaurants. He didn't really want to do that. So he just basically was like, man, the restaurants that I reviewed, I'm not even going to put their name out there because they're so bad. So that's basically what he said about the DMV area. Now, people were pissed, including ShyGlizzy. Now, if you don't know who ShyGlizzy is, he is a rapper from the DC area, and he wasn't feeling KeithLee's reviews whatsoever, to the point where, man, he threatened the man. He basically said, listen, man, it's up, KeithLee. If you ever come back to the DMV area, man, it's up, it's smoke. You know what I mean? It's problems. Don't come to the DMV area, man, or we're going to do something to you. You know, just use your imagination, y'all. I can't get too crazy here on this channel, but that's what ShyGlizzy had to say. And I don't know, ShyGlizzy, you might have a bit of a problem fighting somebody like KeithLee. Not only is he a food reviewer, but he is also a former MMA fighter. And that boy will put hands, feet, toes, and elbows, and foreheads and ankles up on your body, man, if you get to try to disrespect him any type of physical way. So you might want to just let that man be and let him review his little food. Now also, Wale, who is also a DC native, had some things to say about KeithLee reviews, and he basically said, hey man, it was other spots that he could have tried. You know, why didn't he go here or there? And there was another DC native by the name of RollingRay, and he basically was like, yo man, the criticism was unfair because I told this man there's a whole bunch of places that you can go. He gave him a list. He let him know, yo, listen, you can go here, you can go there, all these restaurants, this is where we usually go to get good food. And the man didn't go to none of those places. He went everywhere that he wanted to go, and RollingRay felt that it was completely unfair. Now, we know that KeithLee's, his reviews definitely turn out a crowd. Anytime KeithLee does a food review, everybody tends to go to that restaurant. The man said he has that golden touch, that Midas touch, that when he does a review on a restaurant, people will go there. You know, it brings good business. So maybe KeithLee felt that it was like it might be a hustle. It's like, oh man, you're gonna tell me the restaurant just so I can give it a good review, and then people, you know, you're just trying to help your man. Maybe the food is not that good. I'm gonna just go where I want to go, and then I'm gonna do a review from there. Maybe that's what KeithLee is doing. Who knows? That man does what he does, but a lot of businesses are saying that, hey, they're gonna try to make it right, whatever. Hopefully he'll go back and do another review and try to give the DMV area some love. So shout out to KeithLee, man. Now, speaking of these debates, right, and reviews, we got Meek Mill. Now, it's a lot of people online that's basically saying that Meek Mill has no hits. Absolutely no hits, okay? Critics argue that while Meek does have a very strong fan base, his chart-topping hits may not be as prominent as some of his peers, all right? Now, a lot of people are defending him. They argue that his impact goes just beyond the chart numbers, which is a fact, because Meek Mill, let me tell y'all something, right? Back in 2011, Meek Mill, you couldn't go nowhere in any ghetto and not hear that Dream Chasers won. Same thing with the following year, 2012, you couldn't go nowhere without hearing that Dream Chasers 2. I don't care what ghetto you thought you was about to be in. You couldn't go nowhere without hearing that mixtape. It was impossible. You couldn't do it. And those were kind of the years where he really established his fan base around 2011, 2012, and then beyond. You get what I'm saying? So he established his fan base with the streets at that time, and then he continued to make a lot of songs. I mean, but Meek does have a lot of hit records, you know what I mean, for the record. So he already had the streets, he already had the culture. And not only that, but even though dudes was kind of dirt bike riding, he kind of made it cool for everybody to start that bike life stuff. Because wasn't nobody really riding dirt bikes like that. It was a few, you had a few people on the East Coast that was doing it, but Meek really brought that bike life thing to the forefront. He did. He got sponsorships. He got dude sponsorships, all type of stuff. Like, he really put a light on street cats riding dirt bikes and really making it a thing to the point where cats was getting sponsorships. Like, that's Meek, bro. You can't take that away from he had the streets. That's why when he, even though he lost the back-to-back thing, you couldn't destroy him because he had the streets. So it was like, regardless if he lost to Drake or not, it didn't matter. The streets was still gonna come out and see Meek. It didn't matter. No one cared about that back-to-back. It was cool, but we didn't care because we still about to buy them tickets and we gonna see him. That's just it. He speaks to us. That's it. So that's why we rock with Meek Mill. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with all of the stuff he be doing online. I be thinking that's kind of goofy, but as far as the music, I rock with Meek for sure. Absolutely. But I as far as the hit records, man, he got hits in the streets, plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And if you're liking the content so far, make sure y'all hit that like button for me one time. I definitely appreciate y'all. So finally, we got the legendary Rakim. Now, I thought this was extremely disrespectful. Now, Rakim found himself a target at a concert that he was performing at. Now, a bottle was thrown at the stage, causing a bit of an issue, okay? Now, Rakim wasn't hurt. He wasn't injured. No one, actually hit him. It's just a bottle was thrown on the stage. And he had some things to say to the crowd afterwards. Listen up.
Make some noise. Chill with the motherfucking bottles, man. For everybody that came to have a good time, make some noise. Cause I'm not trying to get hit with no fucking bottle, man. I love y'all, but I don't want to walk off stage while we having a good time, you know what I mean?
Now, supporters have been quick to condemn the act, obviously, and call for a safer environment at live shows. Despite the disruption, Rakim continued to spit his bars, showing his resilience and dedication to the craft. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Like, why would you shoot something at Rakim? Like, that, like, are you serious? Like, not only is he an older guy, but like, he's a legend in hip hop. Like, that's what we doing now. We disrespecting the legends. That's crazy. I wouldn't have never did nothing like that. Even if I didn't like the performance, I'd have just been like, dang, maybe you're a little older, you even fell off a little bit, but I would have never disrespected not the legend. That's crazy. Rakim, of all people. But what y'all think about all of this? KeithLee being threatened over his feud reviews, Rakim being disrespected on stage, and Meek Mill possibly not having any hits at all. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Once again, make sure you guys hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications by hitting that bell, and don't keep me all to yourself, man. Share with your friend, your cousin, your homeboy from across the street, the homie next door. Share, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody know I'm in the building, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch y'all next video. It's the headlines. Peace.